thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part!
One more word, Zinek, and you'll get one on the nose.
Calm down, friend. I'm just kidding. Tell him then, Bonnie.
This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
You're trying to find a cure for death? An elixir of immortality?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Immortality is the goal of every scholar. At least the spiritual kind. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
What is it? So it burns?
More than that, it makes a big bang.
A very big bang. But don't worry, we're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnik did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold, and that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. I've heard enough. Now I want to...
Let's do it.
Indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
I go back to the nicer of the walls of the sky instead of mixing this stuff.
As long as you listen to me and keep the proportions right, you won't fuck it up.
Why
I might actually listen to you if my ears have...
ringing!
Oh! Oh! If you're going out in public, take a bath first.
God bless. Farewell, my friend.
Christ!
Pardon me.
Ja! Whoa! Whoa!
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. What are you doing here?
The whole affair with Marika and Bahush is up.
I'm glad, but...
If you want to...
All right, I know. Such things take time. But thank you. You meant... God be with you.
Go! Whoa!
What was that? Hail, good man. Want to warm up a little?
How are you faring?
Well,
You know,
the poor man.
should we play dice?
I'm game, if you're not afraid to lose to a girl.
Losing to you would not dismay me in the slightest.
What game would you like to play?
Wagoners!
Let's play.
Let's see what you've got. Mother of God! What are you punishing me for?
What's your name, minstrel girl?
They call me Dancer, but I go by many other names.
And can I hear them?
If you come by after a show, maybe I'll let you give me one yourself, handsome. But now, alas, there's no time to perform. We have to leave here in all haste.
Why the rush?
Our tricks and jests rub some respectable old farts up the wrong way at the town hall. Our tomcat entertained the bailiff's wife, in the hay, and he caught them in the act.
I bet he didn't find it funny, did he? And they say there's no place for sin anymore.
Indeed. The bailiff don't take to his pizzle being yanked.
Should we play dice?
Definitely. What game would you like to play?
Wagoners!
Let's play.
I hope luck will be on my side today.
Christ, what a day. Back.
Good game. You deserve it.
Should we play dice?
Definitely. What game would you like to play?
Wagoners!
Let's play.
What a disaster again. Greetings.
Lord be with you.
Well, do you know where I can find the next scoundrel from your gang?
Aye, I do. Handsome Charlie's next. Are you ready?
Of course. Why else would I be here? Handsome Charlie, you say? Curious name. How did he come by it?
He's a real looker. He always loved wearing his finest. Beautiful dyed coats, shiny boots. Even in the forest, he looked like he was off to a wedding. And most importantly, he always wore a fancy cap. He rarely even took it off to sleep. You know what? Once you've taken care of him, bring me his cap so I know you're not lying.
Still distrustful, eh?
Always, lad. It's what has kept me alive this long.
Do you know where he's been robbing? So that I know where to look for him.
No need to search for him. He recently tricked a bunch of starving charcoal burners in the woods near Kurchak Pond into working for him. Now we've been robbing with them all around the area. They didn't even bother setting up a new camp.
You weren't very fond of him, eh?
He's a slimy snake. I caught him trying to turn my own people against me behind my back. So I ran him off.
What am I supposed to do with the charcoal burners?
Well, if they stand up to you, you won't have much of a choice.
That's true. But I reckon I'll have no other choice.
Maybe getting rid of Charlie will be enough. God knows what he's promised those fellas, but I doubt they'd stay loyal to him after he's dead. They won't know what to do without him anyway, and they'll scatter.
So I should challenge him to a duel?
You heard one too many tales about knights as a boy, I see. Charlie might dress like a nobleman, but he's nothing but a common bloody footpad. He's not one to take pride in fighting fair. You could try it, but you'd have to be bloody convincing to get him to agree to it.
I'll take care of him.
God bless Henry.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What? Who's there? Hey! Did you lose something here in the daytime? Or what are you looking for here? Did you lose something here in the daytime? Or what are you looking for here?
Eh?
Huh?
Take that! I'll rip your arse open!
Show what you're made of.
Christ
You want
almighty!
to fight it out with blades, do you?
Heal. Sick. Mutt!
Show your stuff!
I'll rip your ass open.
Do it!
Mutt!
Useless. You can't stand up to this. You want to try me? Fuck yourself.
Fuck this!
Here, Mutt. Here you go. Take it. Sit. And stay. Here you go. Take it. Look what I have for you. Look what I have for you. Good boy. Good boy.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings to you.
Good morning to you.
I took care of Charlie. He's dead.
Yeah, I reckon he's not so handsome now, is he? I'm glad that fucker's dead. Did you bring me a souvenir like we talked about?
I've got it right here. Hope I didn't get any blood on it.
Aye, that's the one. Oh, that bastard really had good taste. But I don't plan on wearing it. Someone might mistake me for him and stab me in the back.
How about a reward? Surely I've earned something.
Believe me, I'd gladly give you something. If only old Samin wasn't such a miser. I'm starting to believe he really isn't as wealthy as he used to be. But, if you like, you can keep Charlie's cap.
No thanks. I'm not much of a show-off.
That's wise, lad. Vanity is no virtue.
So what now? I reckon I'll have to wait again, won't I?
Aye, unfortunately. Give me a day or two, then I'll know where to send you. See you soon, my friend.
Good day. I'll just get the corner over here. Praise be Jesus Christ. Yeah, greetings.
God bless you.
This one is sharpened already.
During the sermon. I'm not surprised. It's awful lately. If I hear about the woman with 10 silver coins one more time, I'll scream.
All right, go.
Hell or a never-ending, boring mass. What's the difference?
Fucking shavings.
All right, this is already sharp. Sharp as a razor. That should do it.
What do you have?
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about...
Well,
Is this enough?
you really won't convince me like this. Very well, then. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. What would you like?
How come you weren't in church on Sunday?
What's new around here?
Try asking around at that nomad camp up there in the rocks. I heard a woman there was looking for a blacksmith. A ranker, or something like that.
And wouldn't you know what she wants?
No, and I don't really care. These nomads are none of my business. And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you, blacksmith.
That's enough of that.
You do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one.
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zeherovka stream.
Watch where you're going!
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Yeah, well, I'll be going now. Farewell.
Good day.
Yes, sir. Everything's in order. Everything. Really? You didn't forget anything? I don't think so, sir. I tried my best, sir. Well done. Drop by tomorrow. There's something else I need. You can go now.
This is the third time you asked for me for such a thing. No more to it than that, then. What do you mean? I was just wondering. Maybe you've taken a shine to me.
Nothing with you. I have my own life.
Yes?
You're just a common boy. Sir, bring me some wine. Certainly.
Oh, yes. That oyster storage business. Now they only ate when there's a storm coming. Aye. When I'm old and in trouble, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
Lord von Berghoff sent me. I'm supposed to collect, a gift in return for my services.
If he sent you directly to me, you must have made quite an impression on him. In that case, I'll give you one of our best weapons. What would you choose?
I'll take a longsword.
A true swordsman's weapon. Good choice. Having the right armor for your choice of weapon wouldn't go amiss. I don't think Lord von Berghoff will mind if I give you something extra.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you want to train your combat skills, I'm at your service. After all, any weapon is only as good as the man who wields it.
Do you know when von Bergov plans to attack Nebukov?
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry. I reckon he'll announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet.
But what can we do in the meantime?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you? Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet.
Good careful. Huh?
Oh, just you, eh? Aha. I'm sorry.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. Have you heard anything new about the...
I haven't spoken to von Bergov, so no. You'll have to wait. Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet.
You haven't heard anything more about the attack on Nebukov, have you?
Oh, don't be such an impatient child, Henry. Find something to amuse yourself in the meantime. Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet. You've come just at the right time.
It looks like we'll eat and drink our fill before going into battle, eh?
It'll be mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me.
You're not looking forward to the feast?
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring the fuckers' necks one by one. And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
That makes two of us. We'll get him. Don't worry. I'm sure von Bergov has good reasons for caution.
I hope so. And I'd rather get this messenger business off my back too.
Well, get back to enjoying life without the tiresome duties of a nobleman.
You bet. We'll live it up when we get back home. But now, let's go and hear what Sorotto has to say to us.
I'm hoping for some good drink and crispy roast meat while we listen.
Let's go then, before there's nothing but bones and empty pitchers left.
Lord Capon and his page. At last.
Good evening, friends. Join us, please.
and sample what our kitchen has to offer. Wench, pour Lord Capon some wine.
We have excellent Hungarian wine, sir.
Thank you. I won't say no. I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov. And perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the kingdom of Bohemia?
Well said. Just what I like to hear. What do you say to that, Ulrich?
It is certainly gratifying to hear a young lord expressing such concern for our country's fate.
True. It is admirable that you are determined not to betray your Uncle Hanush's trust. Our agreement stands, of course. But I'd like to remind all of you here that politics is mainly about making the right compromises, not hasty decisions.
Politics is truly complicated, sir. It seems that most of all, it takes up a lot of time.
The impatience of youth. What do you want for here, gentlemen?
My apologies. We meant nothing bad by it. It's just that we're duty-bound. And I'm sure they're impatient for our returning Rattan.
All right. I understand. But now, let us turn to the matter at hand. We discussed this long and hard, but we came to the conclusion that the best thing would be to catch them by surprise. And for that reason, we will set out for Nebakov at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
And we will string up the insolent bastard who commands the bandits from the nearest tree.
More wine, Lord Chamberlain?
No, thank you. The Lord Chamberlain needs a clear head. He will lead the assault on the fortress.
What? Sorry, sir. But did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
Who else? My captain is injured, and I am expecting an important visit. Unfortunate.
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Of course you may. It's nothing complicated. We'll pass through the Trotsky Gorge early in the morning and reach the fortress unobserved. A quick charge will get us over the palisade and we'll catch that rabble by surprise. They won't know what hit them. Ha ha!
I'm sorry, sir. But isn't that kind of frontal assault needlessly risky?
Risky? Peasants with pitchforks could handle that rabble. Have no fear, Lord Capon.
Well, that wouldn't be my plan.
Sorry, sir, but I think my lord here has more experience of soldiering than your chamberlain. He fought with valor during the conquest of Pribyslavitz and the siege of Talmberg, and I think he'd be more useful.
I have no doubt Lord Capon is very experienced for someone his age. But I'd rather entrust my forces to someone more mature. You're not offended, I hope. Ori.
Oh, perish the thought, sir.
It's thanks to the Lord Chamberlain that this castle is standing. I have complete faith in his abilities.
My friend, send your servant to the smithy for armor and to see
Catherine, sir.
To see Catherine for wine for the journey. We'll move out as soon as the sun rises. Be so kind and get me another pitcher of the Hungarian wine, will you?
As you wish. Just a moment, Lord Chamberlain.
I promise, sir, that this will be my last wine today. The next wine I drink will be to celebrate our victory. Ha ha ha!
Your health, then, gentlemen. Eat, drink, and be merry. But don't overdo it. Tomorrow, I expect you to display your knightly valor for our rightful and joint cause.
Anything else you need?
I'd like to speak to Sir Otto.
I'm sure Lord Capon will explain everything to you. And now, please excuse me.
Junger Mann, komm her!
You must be that Henry from the Lord of Light.
Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get over here. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards. Christ, I'll grow old waiting here. You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry. Stop faffing about and get over here.
Where can I find the serving girl with the wine?
I don't know. Ask Manietta. She's the cook.
Greetings. Can't it wait till morning?
Excuse me, have you seen Catherine?
What do you want her for?
I'm supposed to get some wine from her for Lord Capon, but I can't find her.
For that handsome young man? I'll go and get her, and you can forget about that ninny Catherine.
Well, the thing is, they told me...
Forget it! God knows where that cow's got to again. I ain't seen her all evening. But don't worry, I'll be happy to give you wine for Lord Capon myself. I'd just like to ask if you could open the spice chest for me in the meantime. The lock got stuck again and won't open for love nor money.
Sure, I'll take a look at it. It won't be a problem.
Thanks. Farewell, my friend.
I've opened the spice chest for you.
Really? That's clever of you. I couldn't budget. I won't bother locking it again from now on. If someone pinches something, I'll blame Osuna and his rubbish locks. Here's some Hungarian wine for your journey. And give my regards to Lord Capon. May the Holy Virgin watch over you in battle. Take care then. I apologize.
And to victory, friends!
Come and have a drink, friend. Christ!
For the
Do you even
executioner.
Junger Mann,
I'm sorry.
Come here.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
My boy, even the sparrows in the eaves are serenading your escapades.
Aye, a pack of scoundrels are holding Sir Yaromir captive, I hear.
I heard some
What's he
terrible
doing
things.
here?
He came here with a message for our lord.
I
That
see.
rabble will get their comeuppance tomorrow, friend.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
Come and have a drink with us.
Greetings. I apologize.
How goes it, friend?
Poor Captain Thomas. He's over the worst, but he'll be bedridden for a while yet.
I appreciate what he did for me.
Come and have a drink
And a
with
good
us.
servant is worth his weight in gold. Isn't that so?
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible?
The world
Come
is
and have
over.
Come and have a drink with us.
What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
We're just talking about the ambush on Lord von Bergoff's men.
Apparently, it was the same man who attacked your company by the pond.
Aye, no doubt about it. It's the same band of troublemakers.
Who got the better of you twice, eh?
Zweimal?
That's right. They say that at Nebachov, Lord Capon parleyed with someone pretending to be old Nebach. But in fact, it was none other than the leader of those disgraceful scoundrels.
Dann ist es ja kein Wunder. That puffed-up Capon won't talk to us. He's afraid we'll make fun of him.
Sorry, sir, but let's talk about something else.
Watch your tongue. You don't want Henry to take offense and fly off the handle again?
Ja, du hast recht. I went too far. If I've offended you, Henry, we can settle scores. I'm at your service. But if you'd rather try your luck, we can have a game of dice. That strikes me as a better option than going at each other with swords. Wie war das? Do you play dice, friend?
I understand. Let's play then. But I'm warning you, you'll lose your shirt.
We'll see about that, Bursche. I give no quarter.
Oh, Fortuna. Möge der beste Mann gewinnen.
So, what's it all about, worthy sir?
Sin, my lady. The worst sin of all.
I heard that the university is quarreling
I
about...
That's hope what I'm you don't talking throw about, like that
damn it.
again.
That's how you have to play. A heretic. Wycliffe is a heretic. There's no doubt about it. His books seek to overturn divine order.
Though it seems that even our learned scholars aren't sure about that.
And the Bethlehem Chapel.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time.
Sometime. Yes, he and his ilk just sow confusion. And worse still, some people support him.
It's said that even King Wenceslas is well disposed towards...
Mein Gott, warum?
That was a good game, friends.
Aye. Every game is good when you fatten your purse.
Lady Fortune gives and takes by turns. A few groschen, one way or the other, won't ruin me.
But you're still in debt to me, though.
Well, that's true. I apologize for what I said. I wasn't being serious. No offense, friend. I just wanted a bit of fun.
Hey, blacksmith boy. What are you doing there? Get over here. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
Have you got a moment? I've heard you're a local hero.
This is Henry, Lord Capon's servant.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now. Come back later.
I apologize.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Stop faffing about and get over here.
We have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet. I leave that women swoon in his arms, and then men swoon in exasperation. There's a poetic soul for you, if only his verses were any good.
Seems Florian makes your blood boil, eh?
Aye, he's too big for his boots. He needs to be taught a lesson. But I'll pay him back for his jokes soon enough.
That's none of my business.
Aye, you're right. But if you change your mind and want a bit of fun, drop by. But you have to do it before I get too drunk.
I'll help you play the joke on Florian.
Excellent. But we'll need his ring.
Well, that sounds like a pretty cruel joke. But I'll be happy to help. Where can I find the ring?
He's bound to have it in the chest next to his bed at the very top of Crone Tower.
Ah, now I see why you don't fancy going there.
Well, the most important thing is that everyone sees I'm here, but nobody will notice if you leave. All you have to do is bring it to me unobserved. I'll take care of the rest.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
Well now, you've made quite an impression, friend.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Stop faffing.
You must be Henry, yes? Lord Capon's servant.
I'm not local, so I'd like to introduce myself, gentlemen.
We're not local either, but we've already heard of you. Aye. Mainly about your brushes with the law. Truly amusing escapades, if what they say is true.
Well, we had a couple of misfortunes, but I don't know what you heard.
Only that the village yokels took you for beggars and clapped you in the stocks.
Well, after you'd beaten up a couple of them, including the local bailiff's son.
Well, as I said, we had a couple of misfortunes.
Of course, no offense intended. We're glad to meet you.
My name is Olbram, and this is Yeshek of Bor.
Any news, gentlemen?
Yes. We were just talking about the Finger of God.
What's that? Some book?
Nobody knows, but the name is truly odd, isn't it? Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this finger in Prague.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye. But it occurred to Olbram that it might be some new castle bell.
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus that the castle needs a new bell. Throwing around coin like that when there's a war on is a sin, I tell you.
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets, and the war hasn't changed that. Quite the opposite, if anything.
Aye, once you get involved in politics in Prague, the coin comes rolling in. You and Lord Capon are here on political business, aren't you? You're envoys of Hanush of Lipa, and the king's favourite, Radzig Kobyla, right?
Yes. We brought a message from Sir Hanush and Margrave Jobst. Now we're just waiting for Lord von Bergov's reply.
What does Margrave Jobst want?
To end the war, I think.
Well, well. Jobst himself wants to make peace with the League of Lords.
Aye. And free our king from captivity.
Interesting. Yet it was him who was at war with Wenceslaus just a year ago.
What about tomorrow? Will you join us in the attack?
Of course. I've brought so many men we could take the Barkov on our own.
I hope you'll leave room for us as well, Yeshek.
Have no fear. The main thing is that old Lord Nebag doesn't drop dead before we can save him.
Well, if we burn down his castle, he's bound to have a fit.
I think Sir Yaramir will be pleased if we get rid of those scoundrels without needless damage.
Aye, aye. Old Yaramir was always terribly proud of that little castle of his. He toiled all his life to build it.
Yet it's nothing more than a hut on a rock.
All the better for us. We'll take the hood in a trice and then relieve Yaramir of a few barrels from his cellar.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out how much the rescue will cost him.
He'll be happy to give us the wine. Better to be alive and well than cold for eternity.
Cheers,
friend. Bonny lad.
This is Henry, my lady.
May every prelate come down with cholera.
You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry? Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
Sorry, I don't know your name, my lady.
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm...
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were somewhat madcap, if you don't mind me saying so.
nothing more than a couple of silly misunderstandings.
The pond, the stocks, and the gallows. Quite a nice series of misunderstandings, if you ask me.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
You're right, Father. And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
You're right, of course. That would be best. It all began one lovely day when we'd been on the road for ages. It's a long way from our home in Rattay. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. But we didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
What can I say? Nothing much apart from the fact they almost stuck me like a pig.
No doubt, but that's just what interests me.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labour would have been too humiliating for him, you see. Even more humiliating than having the local guards pour, slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
That was nothing, really. But the bailiff didn't see it that way. Probably because it was his son who got a thrashing.
An interesting tale. Thrilling, even. It's a wonder you're still in one piece.
Sorry, my lady, but it was mainly Lord Capon's life that was in danger.
Ah, yes. How true. Let's hope fortune favours him tomorrow as well. And you, young man. I'm sure that rabble that caused so much trouble will be defeated, captured, and justly punished. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. Enjoy the evening, Henry.
Hey, blacksmith boy. What are you doing there? Get over here. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards. You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
Excuse me.
What is it? I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung. And the Chamberlain. My God. I can't take another moment of that fool.
Sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Berghoff. He trusts him.
Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
You're welcome. I definitely trust you more in battle than him.
When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
I get that. But you gave von Berghoff your word as a knight that you'd help him. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our own.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armor. And fetch some wine from Catherine. If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
While exploring the region, I came across several graves of your men.
Ah, yes. Captain Thomas and his men were not the only ones not to return. At least we know what happened to them. Here. Something for your trouble.
Does the name Nick Vard Libak ring a bell?
Yes, but I haven't seen him for a long time. What about him?
Nick Vard is lying dead outside Trotsky Castle walls, where the guardhouse privies are. He apparently overestimated his strength while, on his little excursion.
Are you serious? My God. I'll send someone there immediately.
That?
A sinful fish. Only yesterday, it was flapping around in the air.
So, it wasn't a fish?
What kind of tasks do you do for Lord von Berghoff?
Rare ones, lad. His lordship spends little time at Trotsky. As the royal chamberlain, he has to be in Prague most of the time.
In short, if you need something doing, do it yourself.
That's not possible. You're making it up, Herman.
So what if I am? Aye, there's one born every moment. I used to know this horse trader, and he fell for a blacksmith's right pretty filly.
Good God! What are you doing to me, little head?
No, everything was fine. Until the blacksmith came home, that is. And before he...
Tell me more about politics.
What exactly do you want to know, lad?
What does the Royal Chamberlain do?
I understand, lad. You're asking about his authority, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything at all about him.
Sir Otto von Bergo is the Royal Chamberlain. Subcamerarius, in Latin.
Why doesn't Lord von Berghoff free our King Wenceslas from captivity in Vienna? He's powerful enough for that, isn't he?
It's politics, boy. Pure and simple.
I understand. But could you explain it a bit more for me? Why did they take our king captive? And why did the Czech lords let Sigismund spread all over the country like a plague?
That's complicated. Back during the reign of both King's father, Emperor Charles, the nobles gained great wealth and power. And when young Wenceslas came to the throne, he didn't have enough experience or courage to stand up to them. That's why he surrounded himself with faithful lower lords and entrusted them with all the royal offices.
I reckon the high nobility didn't like that, eh?
You're damn right they didn't. They conspired against the king and established their League of Lords. That started a protracted war, dragging the king's cousins, Prokop and Jobst of Luxembourg, into it. But King Wenceslas was stubborn, unyielding, and, unfortunately, also often drunk. He preferred to run away from politics to wine, women, and the hunt. It was only a matter of time before the lords conspired with his brother, the Hungarian King Sigismund. A year ago, they got together and captured Wenceslas in Prague, and Sigismund had the royal castles occupied by his allies. They secretly took the king to Vienna, where his brother is still holding him firmly under lock and key.
So von Bergov and the others want Sigismund to be king?
Not at all. Soon they discovered they'd miscalculated, and that Sigismund wanted the whole country for himself. And now, they can't agree on what to do about it. I think that's why Lord von Berkhoff received your message. He's trying to find new allies among the lower nobility.
Who are among Wenceslas's opponents?
Who do you think? All the nobles in the League of Lords, of course. The most powerful are Henry of Rosenberg, Henry of Hraditz, Boresh of Riesenberg, Bohuslav of Schwamberg, and our Sir Otto von Berghoff, too, so far.
But we serve Sir Hanush of Lipa and Radzig Kobyla.
Exactly. They're representatives of the lower nobility, who always stood faithfully by Wenceslas because he handed out royal positions to them.
Ah, damn politics.
On the contrary, boy. It's only thanks to politics that von Berghoff didn't send you two to the gallows straight away.
Why does Sir Otto have to be in Prague so often?
Because that's the seat of the royal court, and our lord is one of the highest royal officials. Praga caput regni, young man. Prague is the heart of the kingdom. All the political threads come together there. It's where they handle administration of the country. If you want to be somebody, you have to go to Prague, or to Moravia, to that traitor Jobst of Luxembourg.
Excuse me, but why do you consider Margrave Jobst a traitor?
And what else should I call a person who only looks out for any chance to benefit himself?
But now he's fighting for King Wenceslas, isn't he?
Jobst has changed sides so often it's impossible to keep track. But, to give him credit where credit is due, unlike our king, he's a great politician. Wenceslas wasn't even able to hold on to the imperial crown that his father passed on to him before he died. Yes, indeed. One day that bloody Margrave Jobst of ours is going to make it big. He might even become the emperor himself.
I came to tell you I managed to find Nickvard.
Where did that madman wander off to this time?
He's dead. I found him lying below the privy outside Trotsky Castle. Poisoned, exhausted, or both. Hard to say.
My God! Nick, you fool! Did you report it to the Chamberlain?
Yes. I've already told him.
That's good. Thank you. What about that book?
About that book?
You know what? I couldn't care less about that blasted book. That cursed tome. I'll actually be glad if I never get my hands on it. Forgive me.
So, what's it all about, worthy sir?
Sin, my lady. The worst sin of all.
I heard that the university is quarrelling about some Englishman's books.
Not just any Englishman. A heretic. Wycliffe is a heretic. There's no doubt about it. His books seek... Overturn divine order.
Though it seems that even our learned scholars aren't sure about that.
Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Lord of Rabos is allowed to give anyone here a pasting. And his own kin at that.
Leave it out. They forced my hand.
No, they wouldn't have to force me. That young nitwit was asking for it anyways.
And the Bethlehem Chapel hosts a preacher called...
Jan Hus. Yes, he and his ilk just sow confusion. And worse still, some people support
I'm
him.
sorry.
It's said that even King
And I hear tell
Strict order. Otherwise it will be turned upside down by sinful hedonism.
If I sin before God, is there any way I can atone for my sins?
Well. Have you got a guilty conscience, friend? You can pay the indulgence in the scribe's box. Or you can take the path of repentance and go on a pilgrimage. It will improve your reputation with people, but be...
I've sinned, Father. I want to purify...
You hear the Lord punched us.
I want to repent of my sins.
There is a conciliation cross outside Slatego, in the shade of a linden tree. They once hanged a wrongfully convicted man there. Go and pray for the salvation of his soul, and God's grace for those who executed him.
What penance do you give me?
Say the Lord's Prayer until this evil leaves you. Don't show your face here any sooner.
Let me get going then, if that is your
The art of
command.
winemaking has
sinner.
a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
So you're not too keen on our stuff?
Comment dire? Let us say you still have much work ahead. If you try hard, you may have some decent wine to celebrate the second coming of Christ.
Men like us use every dirty trick we can to get the upper hand, don't we?
Oh, Christ. Buying a car is kind of a big deal. But you use the Car Gurus app. That's a price drop alert. So the deals come to you. Oops. Big deals right when you need them. Car Gurus. Download the app to find your best deal.
Baron Vaku.
What will it be?
You're changing the subject, so you don't have to admit...
What do you have for sale?
Having a good time? It's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the sin.
I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Don't you dare get into a fight with anyone. You know what a fuck-up that would be.
Aye, I forgot. Only the younger Lord of Rabors is allowed to give anyone here a pasting. And his own kin at that.
Leave it out. They forced my hand.
Well, they wouldn't have to force me. That young nitwit was asking for it anyways.
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. What else?
10 groschen of my worldly wealth, then.
Quite rightly. Honour your vow of poverty and turn out your purse.
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, I'm listening. Finally, a reasonable sum. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
But I'd rather run my own affairs.
I am...
How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanush? Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that?
All hail Jobst! He sorted out things here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger. I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at least discuss
What
with
would you like?
Hanush where the wedding will take place?
I'm supposed to collect armor
discuss.
and a sword
It'll
for
be
my
at our
lord.
castle, Potstein, of course.
What? You don't have anything?
Lots of other knights were here. You should have come earlier, that's all.
But Chamberlain Ulrich himself sent me here.
I'll be happy to give you what's left, but it ain't the best. I reckon you'll have to do the mending and sharpening yourself.
Look, I don't want to quarrel, and I understand you want something out of it for yourself, and that's all right. Because my lord may be a bit of a twit, but he's a rich twit. If he likes what you give him, you'll get another order from him in no time at all. So, it occurred to me I could help you out, eh?
Oh, right. Well, that's a different matter. I see you know how these things go. I'll give you the best I have left, although I'm almost cleaned out. Here you are.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way. Sacra. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Oh well.
Eh?
Hey! You're not allowed here! Hurry up! Get out! What's that sound? Here it is. Florian's ring. Hey! You're not allowed here! Hurry up! Get out! I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
How do you like the company?
Here's Florian's ring. What next?
Excellent, my friend. Now we'll plant it on that damsel to Florian's right. The young one who never stops blabbering on.
Right. Leave it to me. I'll finish the job.
I'd be delighted to, my friend. That scoundrel deserves it. He'll be the butt of the joke for a change. So no mercy, and joking aside, into the fray, young knight.
I'll be with you.
I'm sorry.
God willing, we'll rescue old Yaramira as well.
Come and have a drink, friend.
I have a little gift for you.
Oh, how sweet. Tell me, who is it from?
One shy friend who was afraid you'd reject him.
Ooh, and what does he want from me?
To dedicate a few verses to your beauty. From his heart.
What? I know that ring. Florian.
What's going on? What are you doing, fool?
Fool? You know him. You wanted to cheat on me.
No, it's not...
Two-faced cheat swine.
Wait, I can explain. He must have stolen that ring from me.
What? Traitor! I never want to see you again!
How do you like the company here?
If people were hanged for poetry,
If
your
you are
neck
not
would
fond
always
of
be
wine,
safer.
women, and song, your company.
Well, Florian is all done in. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Aha! Of course! You set him up nicely. I almost felt sorry for him.
No mercy, and joking aside. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Aye, he'll get over it. I owe you a reward. Here you are, my friend. And if you need help with anything, just say the word.
I'll be with you.
How goes it, friend? Christ, do you even drink at all?
You don't have to worry about those cutthroats in the Barkov. God willing, we'll rescue
Every
old
cup
Yaramira as
widens
well.
the smile on your
Bring
face,
me their
but make
leader.
sure the last cup does not
That
bring
is the
disgrace. How goes it, friend?
Don't worry, he'll sing like...
Sorry, but I hardly know anyone here.
But I know you, Henry.
You know me?
Of course. And I'm not the only one. Whoever saw what you got up to beneath the gallows won't forget your name in a hurry.
Oh, I see.
I may have missed the start, but I have to say, the end was thrilling.
And who are you, if I may ask?
Black Bartosz, from Prague. Sir Otto's personal bodyguard.
What was von Bergov doing in Prague?
He's the royal chamberlain, so he's in charge of collecting taxes from royal towns and monasteries. And he was negotiating with the League of Lords as well, of course.
What? He promised he'd support the proposal of Hannes of Lipa.
Maybe, but he can hardly call off negotiations with Rosenberg and the other powerful lords. Politics isn't blind man's buff. Besides, you only gave him the message after he came back from Prague, didn't you?
Do you know what the negotiations in Prague were about?
No, because I'm not a spy.
But personal bodyguards often hear all kinds of things, don't they?
Well, Hohenstein and Riesenberg are quarreling over some nonsense in Saxony. Lichtenberg is trying to play both sides, and the mighty Rosenberg is scheming against everyone. Aye, and Bocek of Kunstadt is looking for a husband for his niece, Yitka. She's pretty, so it won't take long.
I thought the League of Lords was supposed to be united.
What? Them? No chance. Having too many roosters in the yard always ends badly.
Have you heard the plan of attack?
No. Ulrich is keeping it all close to his chest.
Not that there's any point.
I noticed that your lord isn't too fond of the Chamberlain.
That's one way of putting it.
Sir Otto respects him, and I trust him. But it's true, Ulrich is a bit strange.
He's a conceited fool, you mean?
If it's glory that you seek, you cannot be shy and meek.
Do Do you know the other guests?
They're noblemen from these parts, but I don't know them personally. That cheerful little fellow in the middle is Herman Palitz, known as Littlehead. Pity you didn't see his performance on the barrel. Thankfully, the barrel gave way before Littlehead.
And the other one? The thin one?
Florian of Lomnitz, a famed wit, fair of face and well-spoken. The ladies swoon. For all he could care, well, we'll see what kind of company he prefers in the end.
Excuse me for a moment.
Enjoy yourself. A pitcher of wine makes a good day better still. But too many pitchers will leave you feeling ill.
I won't show you where wine makes me go hard, Florian.
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Let's play dice. Wie schön. At least we'll have a bit of fun.
I understand.
Auf geht's. I'm very curious about you.
I
hope
knew
you
it'd
don't
be
throw
good.
like that again.
I said as much. That was
look like you
good.
can't
Has
count
to
to
work out
5.
sometime.
Scheiß drauf.
Can't be helped. You win. Take what's yours.
So, what's it all about, worthy sir?
Sin, my lady. The worst sin of all.
I heard that the university is quarrelling about some English... books.
Not just any Englishman, a heretic. Wycliffe is a heretic.
I'm sorry.
We are always in motion. Getting this?
I am far too old for some sentimental.
Later tomorrow.
Something wet. The nag of your
Fucking
Get ready to leave
dead
this
man.
life. Jared!
I've got your armor and wine for the journey.
Let's see what von Bergov sent me then.
I'm gonna give that blacksmith Ossiner a kick up the ass.
What do you mean? It's not that bad.
Well, if it hadn't been for me.
What about you? Ready for battle?
Ready. We can go.
Excellent. Mount up then. I can't wait till we smash those whoresons' faces in. Hold. Damn it. But so what? Let's go. I can't wait to put that force back in irons. With the force we have, we'll take their little fort in a trice. What do you think? What's wrong? Don't tell me you don't fancy going into battle. I see I won't get much conversation out of you this morning. Is that the fault of last night's feast? Or are you just bored and missing real adventure? If that's what it is, your blood should soon start flowing again, my friend. And when we've dealt with that band, Hanush is sure to acknowledge that I've made up for my mistake. Everything will be back to the way it was before. Audentes fortuna juvat!
Good day.
Greetings to you too.
I'm not surprised. The sermons have been awful lately. I hear about a woman with 10 silver coins. One more time. I'll
How was the Hungarian wine, gentlemen? I hope you don't have sore heads this morning.
Don't worry, Lord Chamberlain. My head is clear. A real knight knows how to behave on the eve of a battle.
What about your faithful servant and protector here?
I'm ready for battle, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Sir Otto has charged me with keeping you safe. I hope you don't have anything against me escorting you today, Lord Capon.
I can't say what an honor it is for me. I suppose someone doesn't want me to mess up again, eh?
But Lord Capon, taking care of our guests is right and proper.
You, Sir Ulrich, should worry about not getting too many bloodstains on you today.
We all have our orders, and mine are to defeat that band of scoundrels in Nabokov. Why dally then when we have work to do? To battle, gentlemen! Open the gate! We're moving out!
That outlaw and his band really fucked with us last time, eh?
I'm just hoping he won't fuck with us again now.
There aren't enough of them that can tackle this kind of force.
True enough.
And to think, I drank a toast with that fucker. Christ!
I hope you enjoyed your wine, Lord Capon, since old Neback was chewing on dry straw in his own cellars.
Don't you worry, Chamberlain. I'll see to that sneaky fucker in person.
You two are pathetic. I get the impression you're afraid to go into these woods, even with an army around you.
Yeah, I think I can see now why your lord barely escaped with his life. Maybe his captain underestimated the foe as light-heartedly as you.
Weigh your words carefully, young man. You didn't fare any better yourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'll be a lot more...
What the? Oh God! Where? Hey! Fuck, get out!
Give me your hand! Come on! God's sake! Get up, Deliverance!
I'm coming.
Back off, bastard! Back! No, he's really pissed me off! We have to get out of here! We can't go back! We'll fight our way through!
Take that! Kill him!
Capon! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
Now you're mine, you bastard!
Go on then! Make a fool of yourself! A hit!
Nice strike!
He's done for! What are you talking about? Fucker out, Kevin! Right between the eyes!
Now
you got him!
you shit!
Help me! He'll kill me!
He's done for!
Fuck! Chamberlain Ulrich! We have to help the fool! You here, Henry? I need you here!
You haven't a chance, bastard! God!
Henry!
Hurry, you fool! Ha
This is all your own!
Don't spare him! You got him!
Christ, man! I don't know why I'm bothering with you.
Capon! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
Come on, scum!
Now you're mine! Henry! Grab the Chamberlain and let's get out of here! We have to get away! So help him!
I'm here! I'll help you!
Fucking scum! Whoresons! Bastards!
Capon! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
Now you're for it, you shit!
I still can't quite do that!
Have you found a way past it? Fuck! We've got to get out of here! There's more of them coming! Watch out! Well then, you know the way? Come on, Henry! We have to get away! Let's go! He knows how to... You won't get me! I'll sort you out nicely! That was something! Oh, mercy! Let him have it! Hack your ass off! Ah, nicely done! You're mine! And now, I'll smash your other arm! Send my greetings to the good! You'll kick the bucket, you shit! Nice hit! Go fuck yourself! Nicely done! Kick his ass! Kill him! We have to get out of the gorge and down to the mill! What's that? You! There are shooters behind the wagons! Let him have it! Nicely done! Fucking help me!
Where the hell is he? I have to go to him!
Hey, come and help me with this bastard!
We'll kick your asses, you shit!
Let's go down!
Get a ribbon!
Loose them on the other side of the stream!
Fuck yourself! Nice hit! Next!
Greetings to the nicely done!
Capon!
Henry!
Hands! Christ, I have to go to him!
We'll lose them on the other side of the stream.
Hans? Hans! Look at me! Hans!
That'll do! We'll surely get a nice fat ransom for Lord Capon of Clerkstein.